Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today is Vlogmas without a giveaway. But don't worry, if you missed any of my 12 days of giveaways here on my channel, they are still open and you can still enter all 12 days. And let's see what else I need to tell you. I'm vlogging or uploading a new beauty video every single day until Christmas Day. So still come back, check back. I will also be doing little hidden giveaways in these videos and on my Instagram, because a lot of brands saw that I was doing 12 days of gifting and they're like, oh, we have stuff we want to give away to your audience that we know you love. And I'm like, well, I can do that. It's just not officially part of 12 days because they missed like the planning part of it. Make sure you still tune in every day, 5 p.m. PST. Today's video, like the title, is a Q&A. I recently asked on Twitter and my Facebook page if you guys had any questions, I would answer them. I'm out of breath, sorry. I was cleaning the house a little bit, getting a little bit situated since I was gone in New York. But I am back now, pulling it up on Twitter first. And if you guys ever want to know, like, up to the second what I'm doing, Insta stories, Facebook page, and Twitter is where I'm usually updating you guys the most. And it's just because it's the easiest. So follow me on one of those things. Oh, someone asked me and I actually responded because I didn't realize it was to this. Are you still using the Skin Pie Compact? What are your thoughts on it? Will you do a follow-up video about it? I probably won't do a follow-up video right now because I just did a video and it's good. It's a really good product. It's got good coverage. The shades are actually true to what they say. So light is light, medium is actually medium. And I think it's a great quality compact for the price point. Some of these compacts out there with the high SPF and skincare ingredients are really expensive, and Skin Pie is really affordable. You also get a discount if you sign up for their newsletter, and the ingredients are great. There's no dimethicone, there's no mineral oils. It's a really great product for the price. Are you planning to join more pets to the family? Could you give us an update on your current projects? We always want another dog. We want something like, we want a dog that's bigger. We've always wanted a German Shepherd or an Australian Shepherd mix. I don't think our lifestyle right now is conducive to having any more pets. It's already hard enough now because Dolly and Cooper cause us a lot of grief when we have long days and when we travel, because I don't like boarding them. They don't like being boarded. We have a couple good boarding places that we do trust, but it's not the same, and it's always nerve-wracking to have them away from us. So, and it's not fair. Until we either find a really good like house slash dog sitter, I don't think we're gonna add any more pets. Updates on current projects. So the thing I personally have been working like crazy with Karina and Chris on is the digital magazine that's beauty based but also lifestyle that will be launching at officially January 1st. I'm going to be doing an announcement video, I think this Sunday, about how to purchase it, how to subscribe to it, all that stuff. But I'm really excited about it, and it's where I feel like magazines should be going, because it's going to be interactive, it's all digital, it's compatible with all of your devices. So I'm really excited, although I'm a little nervous because of this whole like the reform on net neutrality, which could potentially put me out of business and other small businesses and other social media influencers. I hate that word, but other people who predominantly do their work online. It could put us all out of business because it might not give you guys access to free content anymore. So like, it's really scary what's happening right now. It's really sad what's happening, and I don't think people realize what a big deal this is. And it's a very scary situation. And I was in New York with Bare Minerals, I can tell you that, but I can't tell you for why or what, and you'll just have to stay tuned for that. Debbie asked, if you had one superpower, which would it be? Teleporting. I would love to be able to avoid traffic, so teleporting is one of them, or super strength. Asked, do you have issues keeping up with events? Is it hard to say no to companies? Yes, I have a lot of issues keeping up with events because I feel like for such a long time, and still, that a lot of brands don't know about me, a lot of people don't know about me, and I feel like I have to constantly say yes to every invitation and every meeting so that I get my name out there and I can like tell them what my channel is about, that I'm not just doing makeup tutorials or routine videos like that. I actually really love product and ingredients. talk about my audience, which is you guys, and be like why I want to know about new products for you guys. So it's really hard for me to keep up with the events with the amount of content I try to put out. I get burnt out. My health takes a sacrifice, so I'm learning to say no. I'm starting to just, I have to come up with a way for me to be okay with not being invited to everything, because if you don't go to everything, or if you start saying no, brands and PR companies start not inviting you to things. So I have to come to terms with being okay with not being invited, and being okay to say no. Like, I just don't have time, or I'm not going to go to 6 things in one day. It is hard to say no to events. Is it hard for me to say no to companies? I think last year kind of came to terms with that I'm not going to like everything, and there are things that I just won't try because I know my skin's not going to like it. So I've learned to say no to companies, and I've learned to say no, like, this doesn't fit with what I do. So that I've kind of learned pretty quickly, because if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Ashley asked, have you and Chris ever thought about moving out of LA? We think about it pretty much on a daily basis. Our lease is coming up at the end of January, and we're trying to decide what we're going to do, because our current place, the rent is just going up and up and up, and we talked to our neighbors, and it's not going to change. They've raised their rent every single year, and by the highest they can legally raise it, I think, which is quite a lot of money, especially in LA. So LA real estate is just getting really expensive, and we're kind of burnt out with the city. And even though we live outside of LA, we're still very much in it. So we look like anywhere outside and we're like, oh, we could afford so much more. We could have such a better quality of life. But it's like, do I want to stop going to events and not being in the mix so much and live even further out of LA for a better price? My family is outside of LA, but not by much. I don't know that I would ever be happy living in like full-on suburbia, because I do like being in a city, but I just don't know if LA is where I'm gonna stay. Like, we were thinking about New York for a very hard long time, and we still are, because we think that, well, one, I lived there and had a horrible experience, so I kind of want to move back there and just like see if it was just because I had a really bad experience. What's wrong? Hi. You scared me. I saw you in the viewfinder. Anyways, yeah, so we were thinking about moving to New York because I had a horrible experience in my early 20s, and I still love the city. I love visiting, and there's things I love and hate about it, but I also just wonder if like it'd be fun to live there for a little bit with hubs. So we've thought about New York, we've thought about Vegas, because we could get a really nice place in Vegas, and we might even be able to buy one day. And we've thought about Palm Springs. We've thought about, I think those are the only places we've really thought about, but definitely, yes, we thought about moving out of LA. Would you guys still watch me if I lived out of LA? I don't know if that makes any sense, but sometimes I feel like if I'm not in it, you guys might not be as interested. Mary asked, what are some of your favorite places to eat, favorite junk food and dessert? Well, my all-time favorite junk food is a can of Coke, Ruffles, cheddar and sour cream chips. That is heaven for me. I also really like Shake Shack, In-N-Out, and Mexican food, and we're talking like real authentic Mexican food. Living in LA, especially in the Valley for so many years, we got access to like the best taco trucks, the best Mexican restaurants. So yeah, and for desserts, like I like chocolate and I like ice cream, but I'm really more of a salty gal, like French fries, good French fries, cheese, I love that stuff. Jules asked, have you tried the Bare Minerals Pro foundation? If so, how you like it? I have, and I really like it. Also, have you been really liking cream eyeshadows? I have been really liking cream eyeshadows and use cream highlighters as eyeshadows because I like the dewy look. What are some of your faves? I like the Halo Scope from Glossier. I've recently been loving the Mango Butter Sticks from First Aid Beauty. I think the champagne one is the one I'm wearing today. I really like it because it's really hydrating. And then I also really like RMS Beauty. but that's like a little greasier, so it's not something I would put on my lids because it definitely will transfer. Okay, so that's everything on Twitter. Questions from Facebook. Hi Serein, what is your favorite drugstore foundation? I would have to say the Milani Perfect and Conceal. Is that the one? It's like the 2-in-1 bottle, and it comes in a pump too. The only thing is the shade range is on the darker side, so definitely like play around with it. And the Wet n Wild's, the new one, the one that comes in that weird spatula thing. Have you thought of buying your own home? Honestly, we've thought about it, but it's so expensive, and like all our money goes towards rent. We don't put any money away for our house because it all goes to rent, insurance, and bills, so, and food. So I would love to buy a home one day, because, you know, like what am I gonna do when we retire? What's your current skincare routine and what are your holy grail skincare products? Much love. My skincare routine is the basic skincare routine I always do, which is double cleanse if I'm wearing makeup. So I use an oil-based cleanser or balm, then I use a gentle cleanser, and then I use a toner, which is usually rose water, and I go in with serums, oils, and treatments at night. During the mornings, I just use a Bioderma or some other cleansing water, micellar water, toner, some sort of serum, usually a brightening serum and unhydrating serum, and then I go in with a moisturizer, and I've been loving the Pour Moi moisturizers based on the climate, and then I'll go in with SPF. So that always stays the same. The products do change pretty frequently, and right now I've been testing out Pour Moi. Hi Serein, what are your favorite hair care products? I'm still on the hunt for my favorite shampoo and conditioner. I use Garnier for the most part, and then I just test things out, but I'm not really that committed to a shampoo or a conditioner. I always have Oribe dry texture spray. I love the Playa dry shampoo and Playa texture spray, and I like the Curve texture spray and heat protectant spray. That's the only stuff I like. Oh, and then for Frizz Ease, that cream that I've been using for like since middle school. But I don't really change out my hairstyling products that often because I don't really use that much. I don't like the way products feel in my hair. I like using the Briogeo hair mask and shampoo and conditioner when I have it. Sometimes I run out and then I just use whatever I have. What's your favorite holiday movie? Oh, okay, so Stephanie asked me this. I absolutely love A Christmas Story, and I will watch it for 24 hours. Or on Christmas Eve. I just play it because it plays for 24 hours, and I just watch it over and over and over and over and over again. I also like Elf. What else do I like? I don't know. Any Christmas movie, really. I just like having it in the background. Ashley McDowell asked, hi Serein, I'm a single mother of 3 boys. I'm trying to write a book about keeping teens off drugs. Do you have any advice on the topic of how I should promote the book when I'm done writing it? I live in Ohio. I'm not an expert on this. I would say get a Facebook page and Instagram page for your book and start just posting about it and maybe posting tips and stuff. Hello, Cooper. If you're really serious about finding a way to promote it, I would say hire a PR agency. PR agencies, I think that's what they do best. That's how they can help you with a book promotion. Send out your book to people that might want to read it and write about it. Send it to different blogs that make sense for that, like mommy blogs or lifestyle bloggers. Now send out product to bloggers and reviewers, and then have a social media presence. Sahir asked, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? I would live in London. I love London. Or I live in New York, but like in the best conditions possible, meaning like the perfect apartment in the perfect area, which is impossible to find. Cynthia wrote, hi Serein, what is your winter skincare routine? Same as always, except that I just switch out products to more hydrating. So right now, because I was just in New York, I was using Pour Moi, their Polar Cream, because they're designed to be compatible with the environment you're in. And now that I'm back, I'm using the Desert Pour Moi moisturizer, which is for hot and dry. And I also use a lot of oils, like a lot more oils than normal because my skin dries up, but it's not actually dry, it's just surface dry. Courtney wrote, what is your most cherished makeup product, skincare product, favorite skincare ingredient? I would say my favorite skincare ingredient is squalene based products or rosehip seed oil or jojoba oil, because you can do a lot with just those three things. And my most cherished makeup product, I don't really have a most cherished makeup product, like I could live without any of it. I would say I would always want an eyebrow pencil or an eyebrow powder. If everything like were to disappear, that would be my first thing I'd repurchase. And the one product in my makeup collection that probably is too old to use but I still keep around is the Tom Ford lipstick my mom bought me, which is in Velvet Cherry, I believe is the name of it. But yeah. Jean asked, any plans to start a family soon? I have a lot of friends who have tried to get pregnant or are in the process of trying to get pregnant, and it's really hard for them to conceive, or they've conceived and had miscarriages. And just seeing how that has affected them, and they're not even on social media, I don't want to set myself up for a place where, let's say Chris and I do decide to try, and God forbid we couldn't, or I had a miscarriage or something like that. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, because I feel like there's this like pressure on women, and I don't know. I'm conflicted on whether or not I would share the process of it because of what I'm seeing with my friends. But we have been thinking about it, if that makes any sense. Clearly it's on my mind. Christina, what is your favorite hair care product for winter? I don't really use anything different. I hate to disappoint, but like, I'm horrible with my hair, guys. I use what I get and I like it, and if I'm out, the only thing I repurchase constantly, bless you Dolly, is the Playa dry shampoo, and which I'm out of, and then I was like, I'm out, and then I kind of like went on about my life, is the Orbe dry texture spray. It's so bad for you probably because it's probably got so many chemicals, but yeah, I don't really do anything with my hair because it doesn't change that much between temperatures. I feel like when I was in New York, my hair felt greasier, so I had to wash it more. But yeah, no, hats. By the way, hi Christina. She came to my meetup in New York. I hope you're staying warm. Hope you're having fun with the holidays in New York. Kim, will there be a new facial video up soon? Watching those is super relaxing, almost as much as going myself. Think La Prairie is my favorite. Love both your vlogs and videos. Excuse me, I'm filming. Keep up the good work and happy Christmas. Thanks Kim. So yes, there was the Belief facial that went up after the La Prairie one, so if you haven't seen that one went up, and then my goal is to try and do one a month at least. So yes, there will be plenty more, so make sure you're subscribed. And I'm very happy you like those videos. Those videos you guys seem to really enjoy, which makes me happy because they're like the best to film because I just get a facial. So happy Christmas to you as well. Mary, how about some more DIY stuff? Those are cool. Yes, those are coming. They just take a long time for me to film, and I've been a little crazed, but yes, I will do more of those. What did you do before YouTube? I've answered this before, but I know I have like way more subscribers now than when I think I first answered this. So I used to be an actor. I was an actor since I started acting when I was 14, but I booked my first job at like I booked my first real SAG job at 15-ish. And I did a lot of print work, which one of my viewers from Beijing sent me a photo of me in a LensCrafters store, which was crazy because I never saw it, and she like tweeted it to me. So I did a lot of overseas print work, a lot of overseas commercials, a lot of cable buyout commercials, a lot of commercials, and I did a lot of indie movies, meaning they're like low budget, I think anywhere 500,000 and smaller budgets. And I did a lot of theater and a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I was I was an actor. I auditioned, my last audition was for, my last few auditions, because I can't remember exactly which ones were like the official last one, was for the People vs. OJ and Independence Day 2. On set for things like for YouTube now, and they'll be like, oh, so this should be easy for you. I'm like, or being on YouTube, so it made sense. I'm like, it actually doesn't, because when you're an actor, you never have to speak for yourself. You're always speaking someone else's lines, and you're always trying to please someone else and be what someone else wants you to be, whether it's the producers, the director, the client, whatever. You don't ever have to figure out who you are as a person. And when I started YouTube, you can watch my earlier videos, I was not very confident on camera, speaking to the camera. I didn't know how to just be myself, because honestly, I don't think looking back that I knew who I was as a person. And being on YouTube has forced me to learn and figure out who I am as a person and be okay with that and just speak my truth. So no, it's not the same. But I am happy for the skills I learned from growing up in the industry, because being on set is very different than being on YouTube. You have anywhere between 10 to 100 people running around, screaming at each other, worried about their job, worried about lighting, worried about your hair, your makeup, your wardrobe, the angles. Like, you have people telling you what to do and talking to you, and you have to take all that in and still be who you are and do your job, which is deliver the lines, deliver the dialogue, and sell the product. So I think it's people think it's very similar, but it's very, very different. And if you screw up, everybody has to do their job again. So it's a lot of pressure. I actually am very comfortable on set, because that's where I kind of like spent most of my time, and that's probably the one place I don't panic as much, is because I'm just like, yeah, everyone's just trying to do their job. The last question I have is from Reese. How do you deal with anxiety? Well, I don't do a very good job at dealing with it, I don't think. I think I compensate by over planning and freaking out when things don't go my way or go as planned, which is not good. I think my biggest thing is I try to prepare as best as I can, get as much information as I can, which is why when things change or when I'm traveling, it happens more, because I don't have control and I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I always, for example, when I travel, like, I like to make sure I have everything in my Google Calendar. I also like to make sure I memorize everything, so that when I get to the airport, I know what my flight number is, I know where to go. Things are delayed, like, I panic, but I don't know. I don't know that I'm the best person to give advice on that, but the way I deal with it is to try and prepare for everything, which can cause anxiety on itself. But the more information I have and the more I know, it sets me up for being a little bit more calm about the situation. I also like to try and focus on like the good stuff, but that's really hard to do too. But distractions too, like having entertainment on my phone. I like having you guys, like, I love reading my emails from you, specifically from my newsletters, responses while I'm at the airport or when I'm in times of stress, because you guys are so positive, you guys are really supportive, and if I'm really, really stressed out, like, I reach out to friends and family and you guys, because you guys always are there to support me, and hopefully I'm there in return for you guys with my videos or in responding to you. I mean, if you're having a really hard time, I definitely recommend seeing a good therapist or psychologist, depending which one you need help with more. And if you need prescriptions to get you through to certain things, then definitely see a doctor, because there's nothing wrong with that if you're dealing with some severe anxiety. But as long as you are also talking to someone. Yeah, so those are all the questions I have from Twitter and Facebook. I think that's everything. If I missed you, I'm really sorry about that. I think I saw everybody. have any more questions, I might do another Q&A if you guys want to, but thank you so much for sending in your questions. I hope I answered all of them to the best of my ability. I'm still kind of like exhausted, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check back tomorrow for a new video. There's going to be new videos every day until Christmas, and I am also doing hidden giveaways on Instagram, Insta stories, Facebook page. If you guys are interested in the digital magazine, which I am so stressed about but so excited for, we will be announcing it on Sunday, December 17th. And I'm gonna go get some lunch, edit this, make sure it goes up, and work on the magazine. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.